Hello students, so today we are going to start chapter 7, looping in JavaScript. So in this chapter we will learn while loop, do while loop, for loop, break statement and continue statement. So we will learn about these topics. Sometimes you may want to execute the same set of code repeatedly. So this looping is used to execute same set of code repeatedly. Okay, so what is a loop? So as you can see here, a loop is a sequence of instruction that may be repeatedly executed. The loop statement contains a condition that determines when the loop will terminate. Okay, terminate means when it will end. A loop comprises of three statements: initialization, condition and increment decrement statement. So about this we will study. So initialization, that means at the beginning when we start the loop we have to initialize. Okay, suppose if we are giving variable a, we have to initialize. That means we have to give the value of a in the code. So what will be the value of a? Suppose a is equal to 1, so that first part only we have to initialize. If you can see here in the next page, examples are given. I will take you to the next page. So see this code: variable number equal to 1. So this number is 1. So number initialization is 1, and this is the condition. Okay, condition is what? It will be greater than smaller than equal to 10. Okay, while the number will be small, this number will be smaller than equal to 10. Till then the code will run. So the three types of loops available in JavaScript are while loop, do while loop and for loop. So these three we will be studying now. The code that executes repeatedly is called the loop body. Okay, so the coding, whatever you write in in JavaScript, the part which execute repeatedly is called the loop body. Okay, while loop, the general format of a while loop is, so this is the general format, means generally when you write while loop you have to follow this format. So you have to write while, then you will write the condition, and then in the curly bracket, inside the curly bracket you have to give the statements. So here as you can see, the statements will be executed repeatedly as long as the condition is true. So whatever condition you write here, if the condition is true, the statements will run. Okay, the statements can be simple or compound. After executing the statements, the program returns to the condition and re-evaluates it. So once the statement will run, then again it will go to the condition, it will read the condition again. If the condition is okay, then again it will run. Okay, so in the next page you will understand. Example is given. So if the condition is true, the program executes the statement again, and this cycle of testing and execution continues until the condition evaluates to false. Okay, and then when the evaluation is false, it will stop. Okay, so what will happen when the condition is false? It will stop, and until and unless the condition is false, it will continue. Okay, so here example is given. Type in the notepad. So this is you will be typing in the notepad. In your computer you can type and see. Okay, so next page. So in this page you see how we can use while loop and how we can use it in our code. So the program checks the condition number is smaller than equal to 10. So in this while loop we have the condition number is smaller than or equal to 10. If true, the loop body executes the value of the number gets displayed on the screen and then it is incremented by 1. So here if the condition is true, which is true here, so number equal to 1 it is displayed. So here number equal to 1, document dot write number equal, so number equal to written, and then what it will write here, number value it will write. So here 1 is written, and next time when it gets to the next step, 2 is displayed because it is incremented by 1. So as you can see, number plus plus, and number plus plus means number plus 1. Okay, so a plus plus b plus plus you got in the previous chapter, so there you have understood how it is incremented. So here number plus plus means this number plus 1. So when it gets the value 2, so now the value of number is 2, so 2 plus 1, and then you get the output 3, and this loop continues repeatedly, it continues until it reaches the last condition, which is number is smaller than equal to 10, and after that it gets to the 11. So next step is 11, increment by 1. So when it will get 11, the condition becomes false and your code stops. Okay, and it comes out of the loop. So that is what it is written here. So again the condition checks against the current value of number. Current value of number means 1. After that the current value becomes 2. So again incremented, now 2 plus 1, so it becomes 3. So that is the current value. Okay, and process continues. So it will continue till the condition is true. When the condition evaluates false, the program comes out of the loop and display the value of the number on screen. So this is what at the end happens. Okay, so this code you can write in your computer, in your laptop you can write, and then you can save it with .html extension, and you can see this output you will get. Okay, if you write correctly you will get this output. This output you will get. So here you see, if you omit the line number plus plus, that is this line, so if you don't write this line, what will happen? The loop would never end, since the number will never be equal to 11. So if it will not increment, it will not come to 11. Okay, so if the number is not incrementing, it will not reach 11, and if the code does not reach 11, it becomes infinite loop. So it will not never end. So what is the definition of infinite loop? The loop that never ends, that is called infinite loop. So you have a question also in question number 2D, so you can write that answer. Next loop is do while loop. This type of loop is exactly the same as while loop, except the condition in the do while loop is evaluated after the execution of the statements. So here only one exception is there, otherwise it is exactly same. So as you have seen in while loop earlier, the condition was at the top, and here the condition is after the statement. So that is the difference. Okay, and then you have in the next page definition is written, and then you have an example here, so you can go through the example. This is also similar to the previous example. Okay, so here also the number will be incrementing, and if the condition is true, same condition is given here. So this one just you read it, you will understand. So here also you will get the same kind of output, and when the condition evaluates to false, the program comes out of the loop and display the final value of the number on the screen. So this is what this happens only when the condition evaluates to false. Okay, so there is a question, what will happen if the condition is false in do while loop? So this is what it happens. Our next loop is for loop. So for loop is used to repeat statements while the condition remains true. So when the condition is true, the for loop will give you output. This loop provides specific location for the three statements that comprises the loop. the general format of for loop is, so general format is given here. So in for loop you have to initialize, condition and increment decrement. It is written at the top after for loop. Okay, in earlier it was different, so here you have to write everything on the first line. Okay, so here you see initialization. The first expression number equal to 1 initializes the number variable. Okay, this is always executed once as soon as the loop is entered. So initialization, what will happen, at the beginning you have to initialize. So I have already explained. So suppose if you want to give a value to a variable, you have to do it at the top. That is called initialization. Initially you have to give a value. So here we have initialized number to 1. So we have given the number a value, that is 1. Test expression. So test expression means condition. Okay, so here the condition is less than equal to 10. Okay, so this part you read, just you will understand. So if this condition is true, it will run, and if the condition becomes false, it will stop. Next is increment decrement statement. So number plus plus means it will increase. If you write here number minus minus, you will get a negative number, or you will get decreasing number. Okay, number minus minus. So number plus plus increment. Okay, so this is another type of format. You can use this format also in your code. Body of the loop. Body of the loop means these are the statements that will be executed each time the test expression is true. So if the expression is true, so this part will be printed. So here counter and then number. Okay, so that's why if you see, you are getting here output counter equal to number, that is number here. Okay, after increment you are getting 2, after again 2 is incremented and you are getting 3. So in this way the condition will go on testing, and you will go on getting the outputs. Okay, so this is how the for loop works. So in the next page it is given here working of the for loop. So if you can see here, firstly the initialization expression is executed. So first initialization is done, then test expression is checked, so then it will check the condition, and finally you will get the increment decrement whatever you have given. So if you have given increment, you will get the increment. If you have given decrement, you will get the decrement. So that is how the loop works. Statement. Sometimes you need to get out of the loop before the stopping condition becomes true. For this you can use the break statement. Okay, so you can use break statement when you want to get out of the loop before the stopping condition becomes true. Okay, here an example is given. So if you see the example, while condition is x, condition, that is while x is less than 10, if x is equal 5, so here it is given less than 10, less than 10, it can be 9 also, but here again if is given, if x is equal 5, break. So what is they are telling, if x is equal 5, you have to break, and here x is equal to x plus 1, means x will be incremented by 1 and it will break when it reaches 5. Okay, so if you see in the output, if you see, so counter 1 2 3, and when it gets 5 it comes out of the loop, because here it is given after x equal 5 break is given. Okay, that's why it is coming out of the loop, if you can see here. Okay, here explanation is given. This part you just read by yourself. Continue statement. The continue statement skips the remaining code of the current iteration and forces the loop to reevaluate the looping condition for the next iteration of the loop. Now here one word, this iteration means repetition. Okay, so the continue statement skips the remaining code of the current repetition and forces the loop to re-evaluate the looping condition for the next iteration of loop. So here what happens, continue will stop. Now here you see, here x equal to x plus 5, here also while the condition is less than 10 it is given, and then you have if x is equal 5, continue. So here it is given that x is equal 5, then you have to continue. That's why it is continuing. Okay, it is not getting out, because if you write here break, it will stop here. Okay, so here 5 is not shown, x is equal 5, it is not shown here. Okay, so it is just continuing. So this part it is not displaying, but it will continue till 10. It will skip. Okay, it will skip this condition. If x is equal 5, this part it will skip, and then rest of the loop body it will continue to the loop next part of the loop body. So this is how the continue statement works. So when you give a condition, it will, in that condition it will skip that part, and then it will continue to the rest of the conditions. So this is the end of our chapter. Objective type question answers. So next you can see the fill in the blanks, true and false. So you can just see the value of this one now. Question number A will be 3, B will be 25, C will be 4, D will be 4, and E will be do while. So this is how you can just tick this part. Okay, multiple choice. So that's all for this video. In my next video I will be giving you the question answers. Okay, hope you understood the video, and if you understood, press the like button, and then thank you so much for listening, and hope that my videos are helpful, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.